What a beautiful day today. It's 80 degrees, it's sunny, a little bit of breeze. It's only the middle of April. If you get a chance, go outside. It is so worth it. We've been waiting a long time for weather like this. So, I got a phone call the other day. This is now usually when I get a phone call from a number I'm not sure who it is, I'm like, I'm either going to give it the button or it's going to be somebody I don't want to talk to. But I answered it anyways, and it was one of the best calls I've heard in years. So it was my lawyer that dealt with me during my drinking time through my sobriety to get me cleared of everything, slowly but surely. And she said, Howie, you're 14 months after your sentence date is up and you are no longer in the court system. Congratulations. You did a really good job. It's not easy to get out of this court system. So that being said, it really isn't that easy. So when you get sober, which is your number one concern, you still do have legal issues to deal with. Now, don't ever blow those off, because I never thought I was going to get out of this court system. Like I said, that phone call made my day. So, usually you have to do some type of classes. They're gonna be mandated. Like it could be MCCA, it could be relapse prevention. Connecticut offers different programs. It could be AIC. You got to do those classes. You have to complete them. While you're doing those and completing them, make sure you're staying sober. Do it when you're ready. You need to be sober for these, and then you can continue to be sober. These will help you continue your journey. The other thing is you have to do some online classes. If you had a DUI, you have to do a MAD class. Now, if you have an alcohol charge that was not involving a motor vehicle, they have you do like a road safety, like for evading a scene. You have to do a road safety test. Somehow I had to do all those, AIC, MCCA, road safety tests. And I did all those and the MAD class. They also want you either to do, like say you don't have a lot of money that you can spend, they want you to do community service. Now, if you're lucky enough that you have some extra money, you can donate to a charity of their choice, the state's choice, not your choice, the state, which, like I say, the state does bother me sometimes a little bit, the way that they treat us. But you have to follow everything. And also with that is, so if you have any pending cases, anything, even if it's a parking ticket from like 5 years ago, you have to clean it up. Because if not, you're going to be in that court system. And if you end up going to court again, they look at you differently because you were there so many times. Clean everything up. And once you have a clear record and you have nothing going on, you should be out of the court system and you beat the state for finally. And that's how I feel. I was in that system since I was 30 years old. I could not get out, even when I was good. Then I did something stupid because I was drunk. Then I was good again. Then I did something because I was high. Then I did something stupid. Or I couldn't pay my bill, so marshals came for me. Whatever it might have been back then, I could never get out of the court system. At 49 years old, I am out of it. So I'm encouraging people that are now clean and sober, you want to get out of that system. Now it's easier to get jobs anywhere because when they do your background check, it shows, oh, he's out of the court system. He's good. You want it for that reason. It just helps for a lot of things. And you feel better about yourself. I don't ever want to see a courtroom again. The last time I was in a courtroom was January of 25. 14 months later, I get a call that I'm no longer in the court system. I never want to go to court again unless I'm going there because I'm inheriting millions of dollars, or if I'm going to help out a friend that's there. I don't ever want to go to that courthouse again. I don't want to be in the system. I don't want to, if I get pulled over because I was speeding by accident, I don't want the cop to go, oh, I see that you have a sheet wrap here. Okay, let's search your car. No, I have no rap sheet. I have nothing going on. I am clear. So I really do encourage people to take that step. And I know that it's hard. People have been asking about it. I can't get out of the court system. That's why I can't get sober. That's not the case. Get yourself sober first. Think clear-minded. And you will get out of this court system. Just do the right thing all the time. That's why they say there's a higher power. There's somebody above you. Because before you make a really irrational decision, that's when you talk to the higher power. And that will keep you perfectly calm and content, and you'll stay out of that court system. And that is key. I know that's a big part of your sobriety, is that you need to make amends. You want to make an amends with yourself as well. All the things you did wrong that are going to keep haunting you till you fix them, that's what you need to do. Get yourself out of that court system. All right, follow everything the state says, whether you believe in it or not, okay? Trust me, I tried every other way to get out of the system. I did it the right way this time, and I'm never going back. Well, everybody enjoy this great day. Hope you're having a good one.